504 news. Just then, Ronald Reagan has officially resigned from presidential office, which means Richard Nixon, our next president of the United States. Reporting live from Channel 504 News, just in, the Watergate Hotel has officially been breached by 5 unknown burglars. Suspect names, unknown. The cause, unknown. We'll be back with more information. Until then, stay easy.
Reporting live, this is Layla Kent and
Stephen Betty
on Channel 504 with more information on the Watergate Hotel scandal. The 5 names have now been released to the public.
This wasn't any regular crime though. Folks are not saying that Richard Nixon sent 5 men to spy on Democrats so he could win the election. This was the Watergate scandal.
Even though Richard Nixon was behind the Watergate Hotel scandal, he still did some pretty amazing things for America, like signing the Clean Air Act of 1970, which reduced the amount of pollution in the air, and the Clean Water Act of 1972, which also reduced the amount of pollution and dirt in the nation's water.
Thank you, Lelican. Now, during the pettiness of the Cold War, China was actually on Russia's side, opposing the United States of America. But in 1972, Richard Nixon took a visit to China, which then led to diplomatic relations between the two nations, which then led to the conclusion of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty, which was signed by Richard Nixon. Because of the Watergate scandal, the House Judiciary Committee approved 3 articles of impeachment against Richard Nixon. But unfortunately, on August 9, 1974, Richard Nixon resigned from presidential office, being the only president to do so. The next man to be president, Gerald Ford, promised to make Richard Nixon pay for all his crimes. But surprisingly, on September 8, 1974, Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon of all his charges and crimes and let Richard Nixon walk as a free man. I'm your host and reporter, Tyler Stevenson, signing out. Now turning it over to Stephen Bennett for closing remarks.
In April of 1994, the 37th President of the United States, Richard Nixon, died after suffering a stroke at the age of 81.
Thank you, Lila Kent. Pettiness of the Cold War, China was on Russia's side, opposing the United States of America. But until 1972, Richard Nixon took a visit to China, which was, come on, bro.
No!
Even though Richard Nixon was behind.
In fact, record that part.
All right, come on, go.
Go on.
3, 2, 1, go.
Reporting live from Channel 504, just in, Ronald Ready? Reporting live from Channel 504, just in breaking news, President Ronald Reagan has officially resigned from office, which means Richard Nixon,